COVID fatigue. This is what COVID fatigue looks like. Totally immobilized.
God, I never knew this was going to be this hard.
And now to new research on the devastating long-term effects some experience with COVID-19. More than 1 million Americans could have symptoms for months after contracting the virus.
Over the time of the 13 months, I developed 97 of the 100 COVID symptoms.
Facial twitchers.
Your head feeling like it's gonna explode.
Tremors.
Neuropathy.
Hair loss.
Large blisters everywhere.
There was nobody that could help me.
It was like, fuck you. You have no idea how this turned my life over.
I started to come across these groups online, and that's actually where I found Noah Greenspan and the Pulmonary Wellness organization that he runs. They have been a huge blessing in my life.
Good evening, my friends. Welcome to another edition of Sunday Night. It starts with yes. Can you tell us about some of the times that you've lived with the fear of uncertainty, just not knowing what's in your future or what lies ahead?
There's no plan for my future anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm going to support my child. I don't know how I'm going to send my child to college. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills.
You know, my life and what it's become is like a travesty. I'm afraid for what it's doing to my kid. Can I pretend like this has been anything but hell? No.
I was a very active, hands-on mom, wife, and I went to a crippled mess.
Just stuck in one position all day, all night, all day, all night, for days that turn into weeks, weeks that turn into months, and months that sure as hell turned into a year.
I'm just honored to be here every week with people who are so open and vulnerable and supportive with each other. And I think we all have been learning lessons from each other about what it means to ask for help.
I have been here since the beginning, and I have witnessed such courage and depth and grace and faith that I have been so moved.
It was complete dread before the support groups. I've put a lot of trust in Noah, and he's always said there's no reason to believe you won't get better for all of us.
As Longhaulers, we're strong, but we're also hurting. We're hurting deeply, and we can't do it alone. We have to have, say, a few brave pioneers who've really given their all to figure out how to help us. Without access to those people, we're just kind of left out here on our own to just try to make it through the day.
How you feeling, Daddy?
My family relationships have been really strained. I have a lot of grief regarding my relationships in my life that I had prior to COVID and how high functioning and vibrant I was.
When there is a patient with chronic disease, that spills over to the entire dynamic of the family. And what psychological impact is there when you can't be the parent you want to be, or you cannot be the spouse you want to be?
Even though my son is 3, he asks me all the time, like, Mommy, are you better? Are you feeling okay? And it breaks my heart.
I'm looking forward to a summer of just those childhood pleasures with my kids, where they're not saying, Mommy can't come out. I just don't want to be absent. I want to be present and there.
Can we hear from some of the health professionals on the call? It must have been stressful. How did you navigate this situation?
I take care of people who are terminally ill. I never saw anything like this in my life. There would be nights that I would cry. I would go to bed at night and I would say, I've never seen this. It was emotionally challenging.
It proved to me that there's nothing that will stop me from taking care of people who depend on me. Nothing.
You know, I get done with some of these meetings and I can be completely emotionally devastated drained. You know, I try to take in as much of it as I can, hopefully not allow it to eat away at me.
You know, my daughter got sick with COVID. You know, she'll carry this with her through life. I don't know, to be 17 and have that, it's really upsetting. And I just wish more people could wrap their heads around the uncertainty and the endlessness.
You put on a face in front of people because after 15, 16 months, they don't want to hear that you still don't feel well, you're still suffering. So you put on a face and you pretend for people. But it's exhausting to do. And at the end of the day, it's not living, it's existing.
It's true.
I do it because I have dealt with my own pain in my life. I have dealt with my own losses of people that I loved, people that were heroes. I will carry that flag for as long as I can. It will never stop for me. I have no reason to stop. I mean, if I see somebody in need, I'm gonna help them.
Dear me, you're going to go through something that is going to blow you away. Strip your identity clean off your bones. Your sense of self a ghost that haunts you in this beastly existence. Yes, you will crumble. You will internally be reduced to dust in a restricted body that you lack control. You will struggle in every way, but you are not gone. You are not lost, and you are not pointless. You will be reborn, change into a person you never dreamed.
Well, I think that you can look at the crowd here who has been through so much and is hopeful, and I think that's where I anchor my hope and resiliency and what this community is calling for.
I want people to know that this virus is not fake. Only the people that are going through this know how it feels. I myself got COVID and it traveled to my family.
COVID-19, our survivors, our long haulers, the reason why we're here.
All the long haulers, we need to stand up with you and fight the fight for medical assistance and to overcome this virus.
In pain, there is beautiful growth. Always pour water on your soul. I love you, and always with you. Me.